Hello beautiful people, Yasmin here. Welcome to Juliet Kitchen. Today you're in for a delicious delight, a treat as I always say. I am sharing with you this beautiful, very simple, incredibly delicious stuffed chicken breast. These are boneless, skinless chicken breasts that I've stuffed with a cream, spinach, and broccoli mixture with Asiago cheese. So I do hope that you'll stick around long enough to see how I make it.
Your subscription is much appreciated.
Okay, beautiful people, for this recipe I have my chicken breast, boneless, skinless, and these are organic chicken breasts that I'm using.
I'm using 4 boneless, skinless chicken breasts and I'm butterflying each. I'm using a sharp knife to cut through the thicker part of the chicken towards the back end of it. You want to do this so that it opens flat like a book or a butterfly. Press it flat so that it opens like a butterfly or book and continue butterflying the remaining breasts.
I've also seasoned it with a spice mix of sea salt, freshly ground black pepper, some cumin, and some sweet paprika. For the paprika, you can use either a hot Hungarian type paprika, which I use sometimes, or if you want a bit of a smoky flavor, you can certainly use a smoked paprika. But I like the simplicity of the sweetness of this paprika instead of the fancy ones because I want the stuffing to take center attraction, if you will. And now what I want to do is make my stuffing, which is going to be fresh baby organic spinach. I have broccoli, these are the florets that I've chopped small. Onion, this is a lot of onion. I'm using 1 whole medium to large onion would work. You could certainly use less if you prefer, and these are finely diced. Of course, I love garlic. This is about 2 teaspoons fresh crushed or finely minced garlic. A little bit of cream. I'm using heavy cream here. I do want a little spice for the seasoning, so I have here salt and fresh ground black pepper. You can adjust that to your liking. Fresh grated nutmeg I love, so I'm going to be using about half a teaspoon of freshly grated nutmeg, and then I like to use this is fresh grated Asiago cheese, about a cup, loose cup of Asiago cheese. You can use fresh grated Parmesan cheese if you prefer, and of course you need olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. So now I'm going to take everything to the stovetop.
Add 2 teaspoons extra virgin olive oil and I'm using a non-stick pan. I'm going to saute the spinach over medium heat until it's wilted. I like to stir it constantly so that it doesn't release as much liquid. It takes about 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes to wilt thoroughly. And then I season with a pinch of salt and fresh ground black pepper. Stir and then transfer to a plate.
I'm going to add in my onions. So I'm going to add my broccoli and I'm adding my garlic.
Give it a good stir. Season with the remaining salt and black pepper. Stir and allow to cook for 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay, just about a minute later, I'm adding back my spinach. Okay, now what I want to do is add in my cream. I'm only adding 1/4 cup of cream. I don't like a lot of cream in here. And I'm adding in the nutmeg.
Give it a good stir.
Okay, I'm going to let this cook for about 5 minutes so that all that flavor could incorporate nicely. Our spinach and broccoli cream is ready. Cream without a lot of cream. So the last thing I want to do now is turn off the stove, and I'm going to add the cheese.
Stir until the cheese is thoroughly mixed in and melted. I'm transferring to a plate, and this will allow it to cool faster.
Okay, beautiful people, the spinach broccoli cream that has been resting, so it's cool, not completely cool, but that is perfectly fine. So let me show you how I do that. I am going to separate my spinach and broccoli mix into 4 portions. Eyeball.
Okay, I'm spooning 1 portion of the spinach mixture onto half of a side of a breast. I'm folding over the side that doesn't have any spinach mixture. And now I'm using toothpicks to seal it, or bamboo skewers in my case. Be careful not to prick your fingers with the skewers. How beautiful does this look already? Continue stuffing the remaining breast. Wow, this one's a bit chunky. It's okay if some of them have a little extra filling. Some may fall out, but that's okay.
Okay, so the chicken breasts are all stuffed. I held them together. These bamboo skewers, these are some mini bamboo skewers. I find that they work better than using a regular toothpick. Now what I want to do is I have a sheet pan lined with parchment paper. Parchment paper just makes life so much easier when it comes to cleanup. And the oven is being preheated. I'm using the roast setting today. It's being preheated at 450 degrees. But before I pop these beautiful stuffed chicken breasts in the oven, I want to brown them on the stove top. So I'm going to go ahead and brown them in some oil.
I heated 2 tablespoons olive oil until it's shimmering over medium heat. Now I'm adding the chicken breast to sear them. You can do this in a couple of batches if you're using a smaller pan. You want to turn them once or twice to get all the sides browned nicely. A light brown color is best. Once the breasts are all nicely browned, I transfer them onto the lined sheet pan. Wow, beautiful, beautiful.
So this goes into the oven at 450 degree temperature, and it's going to bake very quickly. For this chicken breast, I usually like to serve it with a simple marinara sauce that I warm up, and I add a couple sprigs of fresh rosemary and garlic and let it simmer for about 10-15 minutes. And I serve it over penne pasta. It's that simple, guys. Beautiful people, look at this amazing stuffed chicken breast. Wow, I can't wait to dip into this. Okay, before you serve them, you do want to take the toothpicks out. Nobody wants to eat toothpick. It doesn't look tidy. Okay, beautiful people, you know what time it is, right? Taste testing. I can't wait. It smells absolutely delicious in here. The chicken is tender. Look at that. The chicken, so flavorful. I like the little crust up on top from the browning. Stuffing. Wow, incredibly delicious. So I do hope that you'll take the time to make this absolutely delicious, very easy to make recipe.
Subscription is much appreciated.
Until next time, happy cooking!